This guy.
He going to jail.
This guy. Yeah. Old Alec Baldwin.
Is that the gun in question though?
I think it is.
Don't think it is.
It was a prop, right? It was this.
Yeah, but it was. I thought it was like one of those. Was
it a revolver?
It was I think it was a revolver because they were shooting like a western type movie.
You know what? You're right. Why are they gonna put that up? Come on, man. It made me want to take this damn picture down. You're right. It was a western movie. But yeah, Alec Baldwin. It's some conflicting reports. I'll put it to you like that. Investigation into the rush shooting has concluded. Findings differ from Alec Baldwin's account of the situation. This occurred probably about a year ago. It says that it was last fall that the entertainment industry was shaken by the tragic events that occurred on the set of Western film Rust. Cinematographer Helena Hutchins was killed by a live round that was fired from a prop gun. Lead actor Alec Baldwin was holding the gun that fired the round, also injuring director Joel Souza in the process. The FBI soon launched an investigation, and in the midst of that, Alec Baldwin denied pulling the trigger. It dude say he didn't even pull the trigger. Like, come on, bro. Okay. Now the investigation is complete, and the forensic findings clash with Baldwin's accounts. Where's the good details at? After the FBI began its work, Baldwin denied rumors that he was complying with the investigation while explaining why he was speaking out after the Rush tragedy. During a lengthy interview, the actor invoked the investigation. While acknowledging that it could take time, he stated that he couldn't wait for the process and he wanted to share his side of the story. Legal arbitration also claimed that Baldwin didn't even know how a live round had been shot until he was shown the bullet. Alec Baldwin has been the center of multiple lawsuits. In November 2021, he and a production company behind the film were sued by the crew's chief of lighting. Through this lawsuit, Sepp Noah requested punitive damages and accused Baldwin and his fellow producers of being consciously aware of the consciously aware of the wrongfulness and harmfulness of their conduct. Script supervisor Mamie Mitchell, they still use Mamie as a name. That's so 1800s. Filed suit less than a week later, claiming that Baldwin was playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun.
See?
She went on to claim that he intentionally, without cause or excuse, fired the gun. Was he high? Did anybody do a blood alcohol test on this dude?
Or did we do a gun residue test?
Well, I mean, he would have had the gun residue because if the gun fired, whether he pulled it or not, he would have had the residue on.
I mean, but it would have just if he had pulled the trigger, it would have only been on if he's saying that it accidentally went off. And according to this article, there's no way it could have accidentally went off because if it had accidentally went off, it the gun residue would be it would all have been like he dropped the gun. You know what I'm saying? Right. He had no gun residue on his hands if he had
I'm no gun expert. I've been around a couple of guns. I'm no gun expert. I know. I remember when Brandon Lee died from prop gun shooting. And it was another actor who was hurt. I can't think of the person's name right now, but they never had live rounds in them. Well, they're live, but they don't have they're
dummy rounds.
Right, they're dummy rounds,
but they can still kill you.
They can because they shoot. Like a tap gun. It shoots out. It does shoot something out, right? Brandon was killed by a wad of paper, which is what the wad of paper. That's what killed him and the other person. So it's still a concussion blast. They force. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But this was an actual live round, like a bullet.
Right.
And I know the whole argument was, how did a live round get into the gun? Not a dummy round or these prop rounds. How did a live round? Who brought that in here, right?
It had to be the armorer.
Well, you would say it would have to be the armorer, or, hey, here you go, Alec, this is your gun, and then he slips one in there.
Ooh.
I mean, if he been, according to what they're saying, he was running around the set, you know what I'm saying, and around the crew with this gun, playing Russian roulette with this gun. Now, why is he doing that
was he playing Russian roulette, spinning it and then pointing it at people? Because if he's doing that, he's dumb.
He's dumb, right? You see what I'm saying? So if he was doing that, and then he's saying, "Oh, I don't know how the gun went off," that is You know
You
what I'm
pulled
saying?
the trigger,
Right.
stupid.
It's currently unclear as to how things the fallout as a whole will progress now that the FBI investigation has concluded. Though many likely will be curious as to whether Alec Baldwin decides to speak out once more. I don't even know what he could say in this
Nothing.
point. Um,
There's nothing he could say.
Especially with him denying that he pulled the trigger.
And the FBI saying you're full of shit.
Like, why even deny that you put? I mean, it's
You
hard for guns to go off. Once again, I'm not a gun expert, but I've been around a lot of guns. It is hard for a gun to go off.
that gun literally would have to hit the ground in order for it to go off the way that they
Even,
said it went off.
but even then,
And it's
it's
not
a
even guaranteed it would go off in then.
but it's a revolver.
That too.
So it's not. I'm thinking it's like this the like a 9 or 45 or something. No, this is a. I mean, it's a revolver. So if it was a revolver, it's lock action, hammer
Mm-hmm. Yep.
to make it go
Yep.
off.
You have to. Yep. You have to pull the hammer
You know
back
what
in
I'm
order to
saying?
pull the
Oh,
trigger.
and those triggers, it takes normally it's like 7 pounds of pressure, something like that. But
Oh no,
a
them. Look.
revolver trigger is different.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So if you revolvers, they kind of like that's like I love a revolver myself. I'm a revolver guy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, no face, no case
Mm.
type situation. But no revolver because it's like you really don't need a safety
Right.
with a revolver because you know what I'm saying. Like I don't know, man. That's it's fishy. It's
He going to jail.
he going to
Listen,
jail.
you going to
Yes,
jail,
you
bro.
going to jail tonight? Yeah, he going to jail,
You
dog.
going to jail.
He
And
going
it
to jail.
had to be Alec Baldwin. Couldn't have been one of
I
the other
know,
ones.
man. Like you've been in the game too long. Yeah, and you come from a long line of Baldwins who was
Is
fucking
it
Hollywood.
cocaine?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be. You a Hollywood fan. You know what's going on. You've been in the business since the '80s.
Right. You had your fall and you rose back up
Rose back
again
up.
just to fall
Just to
again?
go again. Like what were you
Is
doing?
it
Like
crack?
it's something hard. It's gotta be. I mean, come on, man. You was on 30 Rock. Like you was commercials. What commercial you was doing real heavy? The credit
uh,
card commercial, wasn't it? Capital
Capital
One.
One. Yeah,
Yeah.
Capital One.
Come on, bro.
You
You
had
was out here,
your fall. Like you were the coked out
right?
Baldwin for the longest time.
Yep. You was Robert Downey before Robert Downey, man. Come on, man.
Right. Right.
Like
Is it meth?
it's something. It's gotta. Somebody need to check this. And I'm not saying anything about mental health because I think they use that a little too much. Which I guess it would be mental health still, but you know what I'm saying. Somebody need to check on this guy.
I
Was there a tox
mean,
screen? Did it? Because that's another thing too. I'm not seeing whether he was high, whether he was, you know what I'm saying? Like something like this. I know in the job that I'm in, and if an accident happens, anybody involved in that accident, you going down to get a piss test.
yeah.
You know
It's
what
a
I'm saying?
toxicology report if it be done.
It's happening. So I don't know.
I mean, anybody that's walking around with a prop gun, playing Russian roulette
Yeah.
with cast members, you know what I'm saying? Or even we don't even know if it was with himself. We're just gonna assume that it was with cast members because he ended up killing a cast member
Well, I mean, this is coming from
or
the
crew member. Sorry.
supervisor. Mamie Mitchell filed suit less than a week later, claiming that Baldwin was playing Russian roulette with a loaded gun.
See,
She went on to claim that he intentionally, without cause or excuse, fired the gun. So she right there saying, "Nah, he pulled that motherfucker."
see, you going to jail, bro. You going to jail. You gonna be locked up with everybody else.
And what I mean, see, he should have just came out and said,
I pulled the trigger.
and it was an accident.
Accident. It was an accident.
It was an accident. But I mean, I guess they still would have came out and said, "Nah, bro, you was
I
riding
mean,
playing
but
Russian
even it,
roulette."
but it's
But
it.
and he could have got in front of it better than
Thank
what he did.
you. That's what I'm saying. Trying to get in front of it and say, "Hey, I admit I did pull the trigger. it was an accident, and then the FBI come back with like, nah, my dude, like this looks bad because you literally just came out and lied and said you
Right.
didn't pull the
Didn't
trigger,
pull the
and now the
trigger at all.
FBI is like, ain't no way in hell you
They
didn't pull
looking
the
at the
trigger.
armor. The armor was like, oh no, dog. When I gave the gun, I ain't even put nothing in the gun.
Right.
You know
He
what
was
I'm
like,
saying? Like
I didn't give him no bullets. What are we talking
he,
about
he
right
didn't
now?
even have a scene the way he needed to shoot the gun. He just needed to show it, and that's it. So I ain't even put nothing in there.
How did he even find a bullet? That's what I'm
For
trying to
real.
figure out.
So you know what I'm saying? And if I remember correct, the armor was a female, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Female
And she's
armor.
being sued. She's being sued too.
I guess because he produced the movie.
Mm.
So I'm guessing, they're all getting paid by him and whoever else, footed the bill for the movie. So I'm guessing, yeah, she would have to get sued or be part of that lawsuit.
Dang.
And I mean, I'm pretty sure with the conclusion of this, they might drop her from the suit, or she can come
Right.
in and, what I'm saying, ask the judge to be dropped from the suit, which I think she should be dropped from the suit.
Right.
But yeah, he done, man.
Yeah, he going to
Uh,
jail.
Let me see. The company behind Russ faced maximum fines as a result of the investigation conducted by the New Mexico Environment Department's OSHA. A willful serious citation was issued to the company, and it carries a penalty of $136,793. The production house had 15 days to either pay the fine or send a certification of corrective action or contest the citation. So this movie just was having bad shit
From jump.
from jump.
But
This
that's why before this even, I mean, well, when this all came out, that's what people were saying from the cast and the crew was saying from jump, this movie was not safe.
right,
The armorer was just like, oh, here's your gun.
willy
You know what I'm
nilly
saying?
with it.
Yeah, not even checking to see
Mm,
if there wasn't any rounds in it or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe so I think maybe she probably put a round in there to test it. You know what I'm saying? Or she
and
put a
then,
couple of rounds in there
right.
and she tested it, but then she didn't realize that, there was still one round left. But he knew and he was just like, spin that bitch.
And,
Pow.
or we look at it from another way. Maybe he didn't know, and he was playing Russian roulette because he thought it was empty.
True. Right. Right.
Right.
Right.
I give him a little leeway on that, but he's still going to jail because he
Right.
said he didn't pull the trigger. Now
You
the gun
lied.
didn't just go off by itself. I don't care what you say.
He lied.
I ain't fucking with that one, Alec.
You're still going to jail
Yeah,
because you lied.
because you lied. So
If you had
after
just
he
came
said,
out and said you pulled the trigger, we
he
would have
could
been
have said, "Hey, look, it was a prop gun. I've done this on set before," and it would have sounded reckless as hell. I get it,
Mm-hmm.
but prop gun. It was not supposed to be loaded. It was not supposed to have anything in it. My scene did not cause for me to even fire the gun.
Right.
So I'm playing, even though I know you shouldn't play with a gun, but it's a prop. It's still a prop gun, right?
Right.
So I'm playing around with the gun, and I'm spinning. He could have even drawn a little sympathy, saying I put it to my head. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like that could have been me. I could have killed myself on accident. He could have did all of that. You know what I'm saying? To draw a little bit more sympathy, and it would have been at least in the wheelhouse of truth, not
Right.
the whole truth, but it would have been in the wheelhouse of truth,
Right.
right?
Right.
And now they would have probably, because I like what you said with the armor, maybe possibly putting, what I'm saying, around in there to check it. That could have happened,
Right.
right? All of these scenarios could have happened. But you said I didn't pull the trigger, and I don't know what the hell you talking about.
Right.
Nah, bro.
Clank clank.
Yeah. Nah, man. That don't sit well with me. I know it don't sit well with the family of the girl who lost her life. Um, what was her name? Hayla Hutchings.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And one of the producers got, or one of the assistant directors got shot too.
yeah. Is it David Halls?
I think so.
But yeah, so yeah. Prayers and thoughts to that family, to all the families involved. Hell, prayers and thoughts out to Alec Baldwin too, man. Get off that whatever you on. Get off of it. You know, Mika say no.
You ain't gonna be on it in Sing Sing, okay?
Oh man, just get off of it, bro. Just
They not gonna put you in rehab this time.
nah, not this
You going
time.
to the big house. You
You
going
gonna
to the big
look.
house.
You gonna have to get that monkey off your back on your own this time.
Right. For
No
real.
rehab for you.
Ain't gonna be
But
no
yeah,
rehab.
it's sad. Like you said, man. He was up. He was down. He came back up. He should have just coasted. Like you should have just coasted to a 30 Rock reunion and just got old and called it a day, man. You wanna?
Now your 30
Why is
Rock
he doing a
reunion.
movie anyway?
He's done a couple of am I confusing him with another Baldwin?
No, you're right.
No, he's done
He
some, yeah,
did. He
he's
did the
done,
movie with Meryl Streep.
yeah, he's done
I
some
think that was the
movies.
last movie I remember seeing him in.
But a Western? Come on, my
Yeah,
dude.
like he's not. You're not
No,
that guy,
you're
Alec.
not a Western dude.
Yeah,
Like,
you're not that guy. I don't even see you carrying that film. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing?
I mean, unless it was a comedy, like I don't see you doing a Western. So
Him
yeah,
producing the Western, cool. You want to produce one? You know what I'm saying?
but you shouldn't have been in
Nah,
it.
mm-mm. You're not that guy, man. What? That was him in The Shadow. Was it The Shadow? What was that movie?
Oh, the oh, what's the name of that movie?
It was The
I know it.
Shadow.
Oh, it wasn't the Shadow. It was like
Where he played the little comic book superhero dude.
what was his name? The hold on, now I gotta look it up.
I think it was The Shadow.
It wasn't the Shadow. It was the okay, it was the Shadow.
See, I
Ah!
knew it. The Shadow. Yeah,
Was that
yeah.
a DC movie?
I don't know what that was. That was that. That he was on his way back up, trying. You know what I'm saying? Just trying stuff, and he came
Yeah,
across that script in the trash, and
I mean, he was the boss baby. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. But
He was the
see,
boss baby.
stuff like that, no guns involved, right? Come do
Just
your
playing it
voiceover and go home.
and go home.
That's it.
You was the boss baby, my dude.
Maybe he was still in boss baby brain, and he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
You was the boss baby.
Yeah, so he just, and that's not like the biggest franchise, but that was a pretty decent franchise.
Right. Yeah.
And you just destroyed that. That's over with.
Ain't no more boss baby for you.
No more boss baby.
No more boss baby.
They always find that one person who can like duplicate your voice. It's not quite there, but it's there. You know what I'm saying? Like they did with Robin Williams for
Yes.
uh, the genie
And Aladdin. Yeah.
and Aladdin. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they'll find somebody. That boss baby will continue without this doofus. You know what I'm saying? It will continue, man. It will continue, but yeah, this just don't even. I'm surprised he ain't been arrested yet.
It's coming. You know it is. I mean, it's only a matter of time. So
I'm surprised they ain't got him yet, man.
they'll get him.
They, she say they'll get him.
They'll get him.
They too busy worried about Trump, man.
Nah, they already got him. So
They already got.
on to the next one. They probably arrested him right now as we
Right now.
speak.
But yeah, man, this is shameful, man. And I think The Rock came out and spoke out about it when it happened, and I think he made everybody like do like whole safety training and everything on set, which I think is dope. You know what I'm saying?
That's how it should be.
Yeah, safety is paramount, man. Like you gotta be safe in these environments like that, especially when you're dealing with prop weapons, real weapons, knives, all type. You know what I'm saying? Gear that can hurt you, sets that can hurt you, set pieces and stuff like that. Like safety is paramount, man. And when the studio isn't paying you these millions of dollars just for you to go out and shoot the main character on accident because you want to be stupid and play Russian roulette. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Now we say prop, but ultimately these are real guns.
No, they're real good,
You know
right? They are real.
They are real. These guns are
guns.
real, and there is no safety mechanism on. I mean, there's no. I ain't gonna say there's no safety mechanism on them that stops a blank. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like in the military where we got blank adapters that shoot. When we shoot blanks, like it don't fire anything. It's just the blank kind of destroys itself. Because once it goes through the blank adapter, it just kind of just.
Now, see, somebody brought up with prop guns. Why even have live rounds? Why not use like CO2 cartridges or something just to
Mhm.
simulate the blowback? Because you can
Mhm.
put the muzzle flash in with special effects.
Right. And they've done it that's how, I mean, in the past it was always done with the cigarette, the when the
Hmm.
guns were they had the guns that looked like cigarette lighters.
Yeah.
You could always tell when they use a cigarette lighter because you would see the flame
Right.
pop out of the
Yeah.
gun
Yeah.
whenever they shot it. I mean, but I guess it's because people was like, oh, they just using a cigarette lighter. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, but
we've come so far with technology,
right,
you can CGI that out.
right. I mean, I've been in the movie where they do we don't even have the blowback. It's just we holding these guns with if you did like zoom in on some of the guns, you'd be like, the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
But they put the muzzle flash in with the CGI, you know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
simulate our own recoil and stuff like that. And these are multi-billion dollar studios. You mean to tell me that they can't come up with nothing better, more safe uh than what they have now when it comes to these prop guns? That's
Like,
crazy. That's
why
crazy.
even use a real gun? Like, you don't need, like you said,
Right.
like
Money.
most people know how what the recoil of a gun feels like, or and if you don't, go to the gun range
Right.
and understand how that
And
feels. So when you
my
do it in the movie, you know what you know how to react to it.
and where is the company that says I'm gonna make Hollywood guns or gun? You know what I'm saying? Like to
Yeah,
me that's a niche. Like that's a market.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like if
To make an actual fake gun that
gun,
gives the same
right,
recoil as a real gun.
and muzzle flash.
Yeah,
Like I'm
without
pretty
bullets.
sure, and I would charge Hollywood or whatever the industry is top dollar for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm charging. Oh, yep, I'm gonna make this gun. It's gonna look, which I assault AR, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make all these different types, strictly for Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? There's you can't uh you can't load ammo into it. You know
Mm-mm.
what I'm saying? Stuff
And
like that. And I know they need shots of somebody looking like it has, but you go and get those shots. You know what I'm saying?
right. But
You go
they put literally will put squids on people's bodies to make it look like they've been shot,
shot
you
right.
know? So
Mm-hmm.
why do we need, real, blanks inside of a real gun? Because you're taking a chance. Like, you're taking a chance every time you use that prop gun
Right.
for
No.
stupid shit like this to happen.
Yep. It's a risk. It's a risk that they don't need to take.
Right.
It's a risk they don't need to take. Because it's too much money out, and I'm pretty sure it is a company that makes guns that what I'm saying, simulate everything without having to have any kind of ammunition cartridge inserted into it.
Right.
So
Right.
go and get those people, man. Um, yeah, that's really all I can say. Shit, like this is because this is like just the dumb. And when I say dumb, it's because if this dude was out here really playing Russian roulette
And nobody stopped him.
and nobody's still like, right, where is OSHA?
Where's
Where's the
security?
where's the safety? Well, I mean, I just want to start with like, where's the safety on the lot on the set?
I already told you. Remember that was an issue. That was an issue before this even happened. They even said it was safety was an issue the whole time they were filming
Like
before this person got shot.
if this is a Hollywood production, where's the? It should be one guy who just in every scene, like, well, even it could be a stunt man. I don't give you know what I'm saying. Like, nah,
Hmm.
bro. Put the all right, cut. All right, put the gun down. Like the gun, if we not filming, put it on the table.
The gun ain't even in your hand.
Right.
Put that down.
Shouldn't even be in your hand. We not filming. There's no scene. Put it down.
Yeah, they said from jump that there were safety issues on that set, like from jump.
That's crazy to me. That's
That's
crazy.
why they got fined by OSHA because, it, yeah, before this even happened, there were safety issues on the set.
That's wild. That's wild, man. And it's sad. It's wild. It's sad. You know what I'm saying? Life lost over some recklessness, and then he come out and he do that damn crazy ass interview apology or whatever it was. Like,
Have a seat, my
he
dude.
should have known he was going to jail then.
He should have, like you said, he should have just came out and told the truth from jump. You'd have told the truth, you probably would have had a little bit more leniency on your
Yeah.
side because
Mm-hmm.
then they would have been like, yes, he did pull the trigger. Now we need to determine whether it was an accident or not.
Right, because now, I mean, with what he said, now it just, because you say, "Oh, nah, I ain't pulled the trigger," right? So they only gonna take probably 1 or 2 days. I'll give them a week to see if this gun could fire without a finger pulling it,
And
right?
that was the whole premise behind the FBI
What
investigation.
I don't think I think it was more than that. I think now is it was more than, because how long does it take to see if this gun, if they're gonna drop it from, they're gonna say, okay, Alec Baldwin is what, five, let's say he's 5'9", 5'10", they're gonna drop it from the height of wherever his hands could go, right? They're gonna
Mm-hmm.
boom, multiple drops, they're gonna throw the gun, still nothing, no fire in it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna do everything that they can think of to try to make this gun fire
Mm-hmm.
without the trigger being pulled. That's only gonna take probably probably won't even take a week, because how many ways can you drop a gun? Or how many ways can you just hold a gun and just see, all right, 5 minutes, did it fire? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's the dumb shit that you got to think of. If I
Right.
if I wave it through the air, is it gonna fire?
Right.
If I just look at it for
If I
5 minutes,
if I spin it on my fingers, is
right?
it
Is
gonna
it gonna fire?
fire?
Because
Right.
right, and that's another thing. Did he do that? He'll
He
say, "Oh, I
probably
didn't pull the
did.
trigger," but were you spinning it?
He probably spun it and did like that. Bow. And it was
Right. You know
bow.
what I'm saying? So, but they'll go through those different scenarios, and to me, that wouldn't take no more than 2 to 3 days. Right. So after the day, because this investigation's been going on, what, since last year at
Mm-hmm.
least. So now they looking for like other shit. It ain't just to see if this gun gonna fire.
Oh,
Pretty
they
sure they
want to.
investigated the armor. I'm pretty sure they investigated, was there any kind of beef between him and the girl who was, murdered. I'm gonna say this, murdered. She was
Yeah.
murdered on set.
Yeah.
Um, cause this don't sound like an accident. This don't sound like an accident. I don't know.
It was something.
It just sounds just nasty. This is janky, man. This is real janky, real janky. But yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think about Alec Baldwin and his doofusness and the dumb shit that he did on the set of Rust. So that's another movie that will probably never see the light of day. I'm pretty sure that family is suing to have that movie not come out, if they even finished it. I don't even know if
They
they finished
didn't. They didn't even finish it.
it. So there won't be a Snyder cut of that. A Baldwin cut. Won't be none of that. Won't be none of that.